Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Ethereum's almost at 5K, even though in this moment, crypto just came down again. And you'll see in a minute on Whale Insider, a lot of money. I think it was 250 million longs have been liquidated because the market just dumped out of nowhere after pumping. And the reason the market pumped as of recent was because of what Jerome Powell said at the meeting in Wyoming about there being a higher likelihood of monetary policy change, aka rate cuts, coming in September, which a lot of investors are very happy to see, myself included. So without further ado, let's get into the market. Let's talk about what's happening and give you some projections as to what to look for. First off, before we begin, keep in mind I'm running a 7-day free trial for Discord. Here it is. We're doing a Q&A conference call tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join, see the general chat, all the courses we have, the market updates, huge support group. You have a meme channel, utility channel, support channel. You get all my courses, research, profit taking, early retirement, and their conference calls, sometimes private live streams. And you can see my portfolio and trades in real time. If you wish to join and get this 7-day free trial, you can join on the Patreon link, which will be in the description and pin comments down below. Also, make sure you follow me on X. This is my real account right here, 17.1K followers. It's a great place to stay in touch, whether you're in my Discord or not, and a good place to share information. So highly encourage you to join. Let's now get into the Whale Insider. And we can see right here, $250 million worth of crypto longs positions liquidated in the past 30 minutes, because this is, to me, a huge manipulation play. Now, Bitcoin has always had a downturn, in at least a correction in the market around this time in past years. So this is fine. You know, I've been saying to you guys, especially those who are watching, I'm proud of you for being here this long, that manipulation is not going anywhere. And you're probably going to see more of this up and down, up and down. But one thing is clear, Bitcoin dominance is dropping. We saw it dip below 57% literally like 30 minutes ago. Now maybe it changed a little bit because Bitcoin is probably going to outpace Ethereum on this dip. But nonetheless, seeing Bitcoin dominance get closer to 55% is key. Ethereum breaking 5K is also very good. We're going to see more altcoins start to wake up. So I was very happy to see that. And for those who are wondering what Jerome Powell said, I did not see the meeting, but here is an article explaining what happened. So it says stock futures tilt up ahead of Fed Chief Jerome Powell Jackson's whole speech, which is in Wyoming. CPI data in July rose 2.7%, slightly cooler than economic forecast, but still above the Fed's 2% target. This 2% target to me is an imaginary target. I'm not even sure if they're going to hit it, but this is what they're trying to do anyway. Could very well in September not cut rates. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Again, September 17th is the Fed meeting. That's 3 weeks away now. So a lot could happen. But now if we go to the metrics here, we could see the overall market is fighting to get above 4 trillion again. We can see here on trending coins, a lot of random coins trending today, which, you know, prior to this little run up and now the dump, it makes sense. People always go into the degen pool whenever crypto is usually not interesting because they want to flip their money and put it back into their utility plays. But if you can go back to the tab here, you can see fear and greed's neutral. Let's get a closer look at the metrics. I want to see. So we're down from yesterday. We were neutral yesterday. We're almost borderline in fear last week, last month. Last month we were in greed. Okay. Now let's get an altcoin season index. Let's see where we're at here. You can see we're getting closer and closer to altcoin season, but we're still ways away. It has to be probably about an 80 out of 100 before we start seeing altcoin season. And Bitcoin dominance has to drop to below 50% or at least around 50%. So the majority of the altcoins are leading the market, hence altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance right here. You can see we're at 57% flat. Literally this morning, it was in a 56% territory. So we're up a little bit, but still we're down from yesterday, about 0.5%. We're down 2% from last week, and we're down 4% from last month. Ethereum is doing very well, which is what we want to see. Let's get a closer look now at the charts. Let's see where they're at in real time. In the last day alone, 116K roughly. Right down. That looks pretty funny for Bitcoin's chart, but look at that. Boom, steep up. This is when Jerome Powell was talking literally a couple days ago. Went up because of his news, and now we're seeing another manipulation tactic flush out, which might bring us below this. If we go below 112K, we're probably going to revisit this range here, which is around the same level. So I'll say 110, 112K. Let's get a closer look now at Ethereum, which is the more important one right now. So Ethereum did reach a new all-time high. We got almost a 5K. Impressive. You could see in the last day, we ran up. Let's see if CMC shows it. See at 49.50, very close to 5K. This was an hour and a half ago at the start of this video. So this is a very good feat. You can see in the last 7 days up 7%. Last month, 30%. Last year, 71%. And this is the more impressive chart. Ready? Look at that chart. It's crazy. I'm so happy because Ethereum was literally the dark horse. I've been saying it time and time again. Ethereum is the dark horse of this cycle. And Arrow's doing amazing for us. One of our best calls, especially on base. Base just keeps growing every single day. Arrow's the main liquidity hub for these plays for all these cryptos. So, yeah, Arrow's doing amazing for us. Love it. 64%, pretty much the same as Ethereum. And yeah, the gains are obviously very, very good for Arrow. Let's get a closer look now at the overall market cap. I want to see where we are because we're getting very close to breaking 4 trillion again. And the thing is this, right? A lot of people have targets of 10 trillion plus this cycle. Personally, I do not think that's going to happen. I think that's a little too moonish. I think 6 trillion is likely to happen. And even that's a very good gain from here. But you can see the last 30 days were like plateaued aside from the recent jump from Jerome Powell 2 days ago, which did push us over 4 trillion. I want to see us hold though. You can see even here broke 4 trillion, but it wasn't long before we dipped below it again. So the market has to be holding above 4 trillion. In my opinion, that's going to happen when Ethereum breaks 5K and holds. And then a Bitcoin is probably going to be over 120K at that point. And that one also has to hold. Otherwise, we're not going to see a 4 trillion plus as a new level of support. The volume was 180 billion, which is down a little bit from the last 30 days, but it's not bad. The year chart on the overall market cap, clear uptrend. We're doing amazing. So, like I said, make sure you're cashing up. If we see if this dump gets worse, especially leading up into the next Fed meeting with Jerome Powell, DCA. Definitely make sure you're in good positions. I said it before, I'll say it again. Everyone, for some reason, is chasing these Matt Fury memes. They're just trying to literally rug you on it and move it to their utility bags and their tier 1 listed memes. Just make sure you find some good memes, good discounts, find some good utility plays, good discounts. We're seeing higher lows. We're going to continue to see higher lows from many plays. Just make sure you're doing whatever you can. And again, join the Discord. You have a 7-day free trial, no risk whatsoever. If you don't like it, you don't have to stay. Get your questions answered. Get your concerns addressed. And be ready for massive profits, okay? My profit-taking course, I'm going to be following that to the letter. And my early retirement course, you best believe I'll be doing that after this cycle is over. And I cannot wait for that because you want to be ready, right? You want to make sure you have a plan and that you're not fumbling when the time comes to make profits, okay? When you're in this profit-taking stage, you may think it's just going to be feeling great and no stress. A lot of people will get stressed because they're going to be being told over here, we're going to hold for 4 years, that the market's going to keep getting better, no bear market in sight, and then you're going to see people just start dumping on you, right, left and right. So time is running out to buy our altcoins. I know you're probably sick of me saying this by now. I totally get it. Again, this is boring, right? We're in the boring part of the market. People just want to see altcoins rip. They're tired of Bitcoin going up. They're probably even tired of Ethereum going up. They want to see Turbo go up, Arrow go up some more, Cardano, HBAR, XRP, all these things, Ondo, Say, Moodang, Dogwifat, Giga, PNG. You know, it is what it is, right? We just got to hold the fort, okay? I know that doesn't sound as reassuring as you probably want to hear, but we're not far away. We're not far away now. The summer's almost over. We're in Q3. Q4 is what, less than 2 months away? We are not far away. And if Jerome Powell cuts interest rates in 3 weeks, we saw what happened by him just talking of a chance. Right now, it's currently a 75% chance by professionals saying that he's going to cut rates. If he does, we're that much closer to altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance, as you just saw, is already 57%. We're very close to 55%. The next hurdle down is 50 to 53. And then from there, hopefully 48. Last cycle in 2021, we even went down to 45% or possibly lower. Not saying we're going to hit that target again this cycle. It is different. We have different players now, more ETFs, institutional money in, but we could go below 50% again. In fact, that's what a real altcoin season is. And we see how fast it's going away by Ethereum just running up a few $100s. Pack your bags, DCA, or just do nothing. Get ready for profits. Okay, get ready to have a real shocked home alone face that you see all over on YouTube. Every YouTuber doing this, you'll be doing that too, especially if you don't take profits when you see fit. So just make sure you're ready. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. I can't wait for my Discord to make a ton of money. And if you're pumped for profits too, leave a like on the video. Definitely helps a lot. With that being said, quick video. Hope you're having a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.